online haircut.
What's up, guys? It's the Avenues podcast back with another episode. Today we are back in the garage. We can't use the room right now, but we're filming on a Sunday, so this is a pretty
last minute one.
Pretty last minute episode. It's gonna be a short episode today. Let's just get right into it. Do you wanna start us off?
Yeah, it's going to be a short episode. We're just kind of going over stuff that happened this week, giving our thoughts, opinions, and sharing the news. This week, we were just watching the prank call of John Cena back in 2014, classic one.
Mm-hmm.
Because John Cena has made his return to WrestleMania. It's a Super Slam. And it was September 15th this week. He has been back to WWE. WWE, I don't know which one it was. I think it was SmackDown. I mean, because there's the Monday Night Raw, but they're still doing that. But, he made a return, because, he kind of took away from wrestling because of, his acting career. So, but now he's back doing it. I don't know if he's back for good, but I don't think he'll be back for good. Some people are asking if he's going to be back for good. I don't think so, because I think, he's got, just so much stuff going on. I bet he just came back just for the one-time thing. And it's cool to surprise people like that, because a lot of shit nowadays is leaked, and it's he's leaked because he's seen downtown, or he's coming to this city and he must be doing WrestleMania. None of that was happening.
Yeah.
So I think this is really good of a surprise, and happy that Super Slam pulled that off with WWE.
Yeah. Well, he's 46 now. I just searched it up. So, 46 years old, and he's in the ring with, a bunch of, probably 20-year-old, maybe
with,
30-year-old
Logan
guys.
Paul, because all the people like Undertaker and The Big Show and Dwayne Johnson, Brock Lesnar, they're not really doing it anymore. Roman Reigns, when was the last time he's been in there? So, I think people like Logan Paul and, I don't even know many other people. I think there's one guy that Logan Paul versed, the last guy, the black dude. He's kind of been popping off a little bit. But, it's all, new people. I don't know many people.
That's what I was going to say. I feel like all the guys, the older WWE, wrestlers, all the OG kind of guys are, kind of getting, they're kind of done, right? Their career's kind of done now anyways. So I feel like even if he was to come back, it still wouldn't have the same, I don't know, gravity as, if, I don't know, just because I feel like not that many people watch them anymore. Not many people, I guess the younger fans are, can relate to these guys as the same level as, some of the older guys.
Yeah, I mean, you still see some appearances. I know Roman Reigns is doing some stuff with WWE that's not related to wrestling. But I think, Logan Paul is trying to get, Triple H involved and trying to get, a show with him. So, it's, they're on and off kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it would just be, a guest appearance. I don't think he'd come back as, a full wrestler, because honestly, I mean, even though it is all scripted and stuff, it does
it's
have
still
a big
show.
toll on
Yeah,
your body,
yeah.
right? And especially 46, I don't know if I'd want to be going into
getting fucked up.
triple frog slam. I don't know what the fuck it's called, but
or
I think
RKO. That's a classic.
Yeah,
one.
I don't want to get
hurt.
or speared or some shit, all that stuff.
Hit with a chair over your head.
Yeah, but I mean, he's an actor, so maybe he, I don't know, will make some appearances every once and again, but I don't think he'll be there full time. So
yeah, that's a era done.
Exactly.
In WWE,
End of an era.
WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Super Slam, whatever fucking slam.
Yeah.
But that's this news with WWE, and then some more heavy shit. We can go in and talk about the aliens that were presented in Mexico, told to be 1,000 years old, were presented by the Mexican government, shown to the public. And everyone's freaking out about it. I showed Justin. He didn't see it, right? You didn't hear about that?
No,
before?
I didn't hear about it.
Crazy news. This is the Mexican government, all right? Not some bullshit. This is the Mexican government saying we found these bodies, and they are scientifically proven to not be from Earth origin. They match no description for anything. So, what I'm thinking is, these are actually aliens that crash landed and all that shit, right? That people want to believe. Or this is a species that maybe the Earth scientists don't know about. They've never studied because they haven't found it. they had like the Earth is so huge. I mean, look at our waters. Maybe it's from the ocean, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we only know 60% or 40%, something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think it could be a species that just so happen to look like aliens. I mean, that's a bit of a stretch as well, but it's like the weirdest thing about this for me, out of anything, is the fact that it looks so much like an alien that you see in
Yeah.
the movies.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very, very small though. It's probably about like that
Like
big.
a small
If
dog.
any,
Like I
yeah,
feel like my
it's
dog's around like the same size.
yeah,
It's like
yeah,
yeah, I know. I agree with you. I think yeah, the weirdest thing is that they look exactly like sort of like the Hollywood
yeah. Maybe
description
pop
of
a image up.
yeah,
One
we'll
of
put
us
an
can
image
do.
up, but yeah, they look just like the Hollywood description of aliens, like the
Yeah.
big head, the like small body, and they kind of
Mhm.
like the stomach coming out, and then like I don't know, like so like human like I guess, like human-ish looking. Like I feel like aliens, even the Hollywood thing, they get say head, arms,
Mhm.
torso, like legs, like it all looks pretty similar. So I don't know. That's why I'm not like kind of like skeptical about what it could be.
Mhm.
But yeah, there was like the guy said there was like a press conference or interview. Who was
Yeah,
it?
it was a
like
press conference, and then they were interviewed about it.
yeah. So who was getting interviewed? That was the Mexican government.
The government, yeah.
And yeah, so they were getting questioned on it, and they said that the guy's like, I've only ever seen it on Twitter. He's like, if these guys are being legit about it, they would like release it to like the scientific world for people as like an open
NASA
case.
was saying that.
Yeah, so that everyone can like discover it and see
And
what it
work
is for
on it
themselves.
and yeah.
Because right now it's just kind of nobody knows. Everyone's kind of in the dark right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. What do you think about it? Do you think it's real? Do you think it's fake? Or
I think it could be real just as much as it could be fake. Because
yeah.
there's no description on it. I don't think they've talked about how they got it and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong, but I haven't seen that. So, very, very cool. I mean, this year in 2023 alone, the amount of alien talk has not been this heard since like the 80s. Like
Yeah.
the amount of, and even back then, that's all like what if. This is like actually facts that have been coming out about aliens this year, the past like 3-4 months alone. So big year for aliens and big year for just like governments and like the earth to question like what are we seeing right now, what are we looking at, what are we hearing about. And I think like it's literally like a fingernail away from slipping out and being like, yeah, we got aliens, here they are. Well, I mean that did happen technically, but I mean like everything we've seen about aliens, they haven't been confirmed by like a big like there's no president, prime minister coming out saying aliens are real and here's what we have and here's history. Everything's a bit like there's pieces from everything in every corner of the earth that are all coming together, and people are gathering conclusions off of that. And I think that it's like so close to just being like, yeah, it's real, confirmed, here you go, because of all the shit that's been happening. And I think that we will definitely see something soon confirming the existence.
Yeah, honestly, like, my question is, like, if they even did, if aliens were real, these are, like, real things, do you think the government would even want to put it out there to the public? Like, I feel like the people that, like, believe in aliens or, like, I don't know, the alien community, whatever you want to call it, all those people, I feel like, I guess they're, like, I feel like it's, like, a smaller community. Like, I feel like the government themselves wouldn't put that information out there to the public, because they don't want to scare them. They don't want to, like...
The world would go crazy.
The fear of the unknown, right? People would just question the government.
The crime rate would go up.
Yeah, and people would be, like, doubting, like, government officials and roles and leaders and stuff. So, wouldn't be a good look for anyone, right?
I mean, it's like that scene from Pixels where the attack on Guam happened from Galaga. Yeah, Galaga. And then they were saying, like, you can't tell the fucking world that we're attacked by an arcade game because they would impeach you.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
So, even if there are like actually aliens and we've had this shit and all this shit's true, they can't just come out and say that, because one, the crime rate will go up, people will get scared, and it'll just frighten like millions and trillions of people. And also, yeah, you could get impeached because what you could say could be like bullshit. But the same people that are like conspiracy theorists are like saying JFK got cloned and like they're hiding like the Bermuda Triangle secrets and shit like that. Like those people are like amongst the same people that are like aliens are gotta be real. They've been here living, you know. There's one thing to like say, oh yeah, aliens could be here, then those people actually believe it strongly and all that, and like, the government spies on you through your cable box and stuff like that. Um, but I think like some people are saying that like why is the world this year showing us more proof of aliens? And the answer to that question a lot of people have been saying is that there could be a war coming and that they're trying to ease our way into here's what we're dealing with. Which I mean could be true, but at the same time that's a big what if. There's not like any proof to that. That's just like a big what if. And then also I think to combat that, why would the aliens be at war with us? There's something that, if that was the case, there'd be something that they're just not telling us right now. Because let's say aliens are real and everything we've seen and heard of has been real. They've been here a long, long time. Why would they want to go with us to war now? And then on top of that, it's like, why would they be hostile to us when they haven't all this
Yeah,
years?
in the
Because there's
past.
so much evidence pointing to they don't give a fuck about us. They're just here to fuck around and do whatever. So
Yeah, fair enough. This would be my thing. So let's say if you were saying they're gonna be hostile, like why now? I'm gonna like take the mind of a alien conspiracist. I would say that like maybe the rise of AI could have something to do with it, right? Like people see this new stuff coming out. We got GPT-4. We got all these AI bots and stuff coming out. You have like global leaders sitting down. I don't know if you saw that. There's like this big AI conference. It was like Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, and a bunch of like government officials
I think I heard of that.
met in like I think maybe like France or something. I don't know exactly where, but they met and they were talking about AI and like the capabilities and like the potential threats and stuff. So like maybe it could be to combat the rise of AI. Who knows?
Yeah,
But I
because
feel
some
like
people say that like they have the power to like shut down nukes and shit.
yeah, right. But like honestly, we've looked over some alien stuff before. I mean, a couple months ago we looked at the guy in New Mexico, right? It was like the
Yeah.
guy,
Oh,
yeah,
in Vegas, the guy
Vegas,
that
yeah.
saw it in his backyard.
Yeah, and
It
I
was in
mean,
Vegas.
there's
Yeah.
so many like people who have claimed to see it, and like I don't know, a bunch of I don't know.
Loonies probably.
Yeah, right. So like I don't know. It's hard to say.
It is, yeah.
I don't know, bro. Honestly, I don't believe in aliens, but like I feel like yeah, I don't believe in aliens in the sense that like there's like someone trying to like there's like a I don't know space creature trying to like kill Earth or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Or like go to war with us. But I believe in it in the sense that there's probably life somewhere in the galaxy, like far
There's
away. You
gotta
know what I
be.
mean? So I don't know. That's
Star
just
Wars.
my exactly, bro. That's
Jar Jar Binks.
my thoughts on it. But maybe there's like some Jar Jar Binks out there and like a fucking
Qui-Gon.
2 billion galaxies away. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's very interesting though, nonetheless. Very cool to keep track of, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. Like I think like a lot of like psychics say that like aliens like talk to us, but we just don't hear them or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Psychics have been saying that aliens helped us with the fucking pyramids and helped us with who we are today, and like we're actually related to them and all this shit. It's like I don't know what's real and what's not. I don't know. I'm not into that. Like I'm not like out here like trying to make a decision badly.
Yeah.
I'm just watching it all go down.
But yeah, it's just weird, especially coming from a government. Like we were talking about, like okay, like if a government does come out and say like something about this, like this is coming from the Mexican government, which is why it's so like big, right? Like all these guys you see, yeah, like we talked about earlier, you see guys like these conspiracy theory guys. Oh, I saw an alien, I encountered an alien, blah blah blah. But like, and it's always like shitty video with like a pixelated thing and like a CCTV camera that's like looks like it's gonna fucking break like any minute. But yeah, coming from the government, it is something to question, I guess, right? Yeah, and it definitely is interesting. But yeah, what do you think? The other thing that I think is quite interesting about it is that they said it's like over 1,000 years old.
Yeah.
So like
they studied it. They must haven't like they must know information on that if they think it's 1,000 years old.
Yeah, like I know that's just like kind of weird that I feel like they're almost like throwing out a ballpark number, kind of.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, 1,000, whatever, right?
Maybe.
So like, I don't know. What do you think about
like,
that?
I mean, yeah, you could be right. To go back to your point on the AI thing, like I watched this week X-Men Days of the Days of the Future Past. Have you seen that movie?
Have not.
I haven't seen it before, and I was looking for something to watch, and I love time travel movies, so I just searched up some, and I watched, and I was like, okay, time travel movies. I've loved every single one of them. Let's watch this one. Probably gonna be good. And I watched it. It was really good. And it was honestly a realistic World War III event. Basically, in the movie, the premise is that the X-Men have lived out their life, and the story goes on. And then in 2040 or 2060, something along those lines, basically, World War III happens, where these AI robots that were created to detect the metahumans, or like threats for that matter, like they think they're threats. They view the threats in the wrong way, because the program was messed up, so that someone that programmed them, they were not clear enough. Like, for example, this is a really stupid example, but let's say you program AI to destroy the Whitecaps, and I see the sticker there. So if you say that to the AI, instead of destroying the waves in the ocean, they kill every single Whitecaps player. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
they tell them
exactly.
something that's not direct, and they take it somewhere else.
Yeah.
So that's why the AI have been destroying the Earth and like the people in it, because they think that it's a threat when it's not. And then eventually they take over and enslave people and kill people, all this shit. And then the Wolverine has to go back in time to make sure that the first step that happened to lead to that didn't happen. It was a great movie. I'd recommend it. But yeah, it was. I think that's kind of a realistic thing in the sense of nonfiction. Like, that's pretty,
Like,
makes
you see that happen even now. Like, you're using ChatGPT and you tell it to like write something out, and then you don't specify exactly what you mean, and like will spit something that's like completely irrelevant.
Yeah, that's a good example. Yeah, of course.
So I mean, yeah, it is a quite like honestly realistic example of what could happen. I mean, like, now we're going like full conspiracy theory, like will AI take over the world, blah blah blah. But like,
yeah, we talked about this a few episodes ago, Cheyenne.
Yeah, right. Like, I don't know. It definitely is interesting to think about. But yeah, especially on the topic of aliens, AI, all that stuff. But yeah, I know. Even like people talk about like how the world, like I don't know, in like 2012 or some shit. Remember, people thought the world was gonna end on like a certain time.
February. There was why was that? There was a reason for that. There's something about the Aztecs, or like something about a calendar.
Something, yeah.
Some calendar thing. Something to do with historic calendar.
I was. This is pretty funny. I was on vacation. And I was with my family, and my cousins had like they'd sent a timer on their phone, or no, like alarm. Like, this was the hour that we were gonna all die.
Really?
And yeah, they'd put the alarm on their phone, and we were on vacation, so we were like by, I guess, a resort or something, and we're like eating breakfast, and the alarm goes off, and my cousins are like freaking out. They're like, dude,
really?
we're all gonna die. And
we're
like
actually scared?
Yeah, they're actually like, guys, I think we're gonna like fucking die.
Where on vacation were you?
We were in South Africa, and then I was just like, I obviously I was like super young, so like I had no idea what was going on. But yeah, I just remember that. It was pretty funny.
What if the world was already ending, like in that time? What if your cousin or whoever it was had the time set for like their home, so that you guys could have been sleeping and that would have happened? I don't know. But like what I mean is like it could have been like PST.
Yeah, in the wrong time zone.
There's another one in 2018. It was like April 11th. That fucking scared me, because what happened was, like, I don't know if you remember, but there's a guy coming out saying the world's gonna end and here's my proof, and the guy just got his shit right. Like, he just guessed it. Like, he was making predictions that were actually happening, so people were freaking the fuck out. And that was me. Like, I was actually so scared the whole month of April of 2018, and I remember the day happened. I was at school, and everyone was talking about it. Like, all my classmates were like, okay, it's like we're all gonna die, and like some people didn't believe it. I think most people didn't believe it, but there were some like me that were scared. And then I was like just on my like edge of my seat the whole day, because I didn't know what was gonna happen. Nothing happened, so I was like, thank fuck, dude.
Yeah. Do you remember like what the predictions were, like what you got right?
I don't. It was like a world event or something, but I think it was solely based off of what was happening. So for example, this is made up. Let's say Donald Trump at the time had to make a decision on whether or not he's gonna put up the wall or not. He just said Donald Trump will put up the wall on this day. The reason why it was that day was because that was decision day, whether or not he was going to. And the guy guessed yes he was, and he did. Like something like that. was like super
Yeah.
like 50-50 guess kind of thing.
Yeah.
But he kept getting them, and that's
Yeah,
what
and
was
then you're
like,
like, what the fuck?
yeah,
Yeah. I know. So yeah, all these like, it's weird, bro. Like listening to some random guy on the internet who thinks the world's gonna end is like, I don't know. It's sometimes you're like, what the
yeah.
fuck? And
I've
like,
seen actually there was this one case in the U.S. in the 60s or 70s where this guy went back in time. He said he was from the year like 2100 or something, and he actually got arrested from the U.S. government because he went to Vegas and kept winning at the casino. That they had to pull him aside and question because they thought he was cheating.
really?
And they questioned him and they asked like, why are you cheating, like what are you doing? And he said, I'm from the future, all this shit. And he escaped, and like I think they had him in custody, but he escaped. I don't know if he was in prison or detained or whatever it was, but they had him, and he disappeared, and they never found him again. And they
Really?
looked up his name, like they had their name. He was so like willing to talk to them. He gave them their name and shit. They didn't find his records at all. So they're thinking they gave me a fake name, right?
Yeah.
But he's saying no, it's because I'm from the future. Like I haven't been born yet. And like
Yeah.
he was making some predictions that I don't know if were right or not. I think they weren't right, but yeah, he just disappeared. Like they just literally couldn't find him. So
Yeah,
I mean, there's some stuff like that that's like there could be stuff we just don't know about, hence why that's happening. Or he's actually time travel, and the reason why that those predictions were wrong is because he fucked up the space-time continuum. And JFK got cloned.
Shit, yeah, and aliens are real, and
Yeah.
AI is gonna fucking take over the
Yeah.
world. So
Interesting topic.
yeah, interesting topic. And okay, this is my like concluding point on this. This is what I wanted to bring up, and I kind of got sidetracked. All the shit that you see, like, okay, all these guys that are proclaiming that the world's gonna end in like fucking a year or two, or like they put some sort of like death date and they give you like a countdown timer or whatever. There's always like they always try to relate it to some shit that is like so irrelevant. So like some shit that like I feel like they would do now is like you see like okay, there's like an earthquake in like Turkey or some shit. There was a flood somewhere else. There's been like earthquakes and floods and a bunch of like natural disasters all over the world. The rise of AI, like this is why like this is the type of shit they'd use, and now they're like, okay, now it's like now we're gonna die. This is proof from the fucking
The Bible
aliens
talks about that actually.
They do? Oh, in like yeah, right, in Revelations or something.
Yeah, it says that the earth will you'll get signs from war, from natural disasters, but that's so like there's so much gray area there because you could say that that's now, or you could say that was 50 years ago, because think about it like World War II, where they had the fucking war going on and there's natural disasters going on now, or you can look at it as recent times. If you talk about Ukraine, the war, and then Turkey with the earthquakes, and then the natural disasters in Hawaii and California and BC.
Yeah.
So it's so much gray area. You can use any time in history where this has all been happening. Like this happens all the time, unfortunately. So it doesn't make sense. You can't put your finger on when, if you want to go by the Bible. But
yeah. I guess like concluding thing, what I want to say is like, I don't know. It's good to like question this shit, of course, right? And like maybe have an opinion on it, but honestly, I feel like it's so like irrelevant almost.
Yeah, it's like kind of wasting your time.
Yeah, it's like who honestly at the end of the day, like who cares, right?
Live
like,
your life. Don't worry about something that could happen potentially.
Yeah, right. Like maybe eventually perhaps this could happen, but like who cares, right? So I don't know. That's just my
we die, can't control it.
Yeah, exactly. That's my take on it. So should we go into copper drop?
Yeah, I can pull up a copper drop, starting us off with okay, so was it Harry Kane has collaborated a few weeks ago with Skechers. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Harry Kane collaborated with Skechers with a first time cleat. Like Skechers have never made soccer boots, and they have. So here are the Skechers cleats. I think they look quite nice, honestly, for a first time cleat. They kind of remind me a lot like the Puma Futures. I think the design's pretty modern, pretty cool. I like the color, the texture on it's pretty cool. The laces look nice. I'm gonna say cop, honestly. I think these are nice. I think these are cool.
Yeah, they're yeah. I totally see what you mean with like the Pumas, like the same sort of design and the sort of
Mhm.
like webbing on the side. Um,
He was quite big as well.
yeah, the heel does jut out quite a bit. I wonder like how well they perform, especially
Mhm.
being their first cleat design and like who
Mhm.
helped them make these cleats, like what they did to like.
Harry Kane's the first person to endorse it, and it's getting so many names out there.
Yeah, right. So I mean, I mean, obviously, like, this is marketing, right? They get like a good football player to like wear
Yeah.
the cleats and shit, but
Mhm.
like they look pretty like professional. Like I thought they were gonna be like, I
Hmm.
honestly thought they were gonna be like sort of like kids cleats and like pretty shitty looking. Like the design would be like
Some kid
appealing to
shit.
some younger
Mhm.
audiences, but they actually look like they're trying to like step into the cleat world. So I
Yeah.
would say cop like it'd be so cool to try them out, see what they feel like, because I know also Skechers is like known for having like really nice insoles and stuff.
Mhm. Mhm.
So it's probably really comfortable and like fits great. So I don't know. Yeah, I'd love to give it a try.
Cop.
So
All right.
I'd say cop.
Nice.
Okay, I was looking for some. I had a shoe that I was like actually gonna pick, and like there's one that was like intentionally that I picked, but I came across this like as we were scrolling to find it. It's the Adidas Puffy Light Samba. So I don't know what the hell these are. There's a whole lineup here you can see of like these like puffed up shoes. They almost look like
They're gonna explode, like inflated, like crazy.
yeah, it's almost like you took like the panels in between the shoes and you just put like an air pump and you just
Mhm.
pump the shit out of it. It looks like I don't know. I don't know if they're slippers, if they're
I
like,
thought they were, but I don't think they are.
cause look, it's like a real outsole, right?
Yeah, no, they
So,
probably aren't.
um, we got the Stan Smith, we got the Superstars,
Huh.
the Sambas,
Oh boy.
and the Forums. So they
They
look
would
quite
match with like
weird.
a puffer jacket.
Yeah, but then it's like puff on puff. You know what I mean? Then it'd be like you look like you're gonna like take
What?
off in the wind or something.
Mm.
So I don't know. What do you say, cover drop?
Hard drop. I think they look weird.
You know what they remind me of a lot? I don't know if you've seen these. I'll put a picture on string. It's like they're called the Van they're like the Vans old or the Vans new school. So these are like
Mm.
what is it? They're like super puffed up and they're like just big and kind of like dumb looking. Yeah, I don't know. But I don't know. It gives me the same vibe as the Vans new school, sort of like not that. There's a better picture. Um yeah, kind of like these. So they're just like super big, like they're just like puffed up, kind of like these. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I think they're quite weird looking. I'd say drop. But I feel like they would be kind of like I don't actually don't know. I don't know if they're slippers or not or like shoes. So
That'd be shoes. I don't know though. But.
like they have outsoles. That's why I'm like it's so weird. They got like
Mhm.
the like
Yeah.
this just looks like a foam material, and then they got
Mhm.
like actual outsole. So I don't know. But I don't know. I'd say drop either way. They're pretty
Yeah.
weird looking, but.
What time are we on?
We are on 28.
Okay. Well, I guess we should wrap it up here. Make it
Yeah.
one clip. Yeah. Take it away with outro.
All right. That has been. I don't even actually know what episode this is.
168.
That's been episode 168.
Almost at 170.
Almost at 170. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. Peace.